Hello everyone, and thank you very much for inviting me. And I want first of all to thank to our players for hard work and dedication, and at the same time for the supporters and for everyone back home that actually supported us and believed in us. We said that we're going to come to attack, we said that we're going to come to score goals. We managed to score goals. Unfortunately, that's football. Sometimes players make mistakes, and this time, unfortunately, the mistake cost us. But that's life. Don't blame them, because many people in their day-to-day life make mistakes, and today's football, sometimes a mistake costs you. But at the same time, if you have to look, we're human beings and make mistakes. So I urge them, not to be harsh on the players.
So the speaker is not working.
Thank you, Coach. Now the floor is open for your questions. Please introduce yourself and your media before asking. Yes, please.
Afternoon, Coach. My name is Howard Musonza from Zimbabwe. My question, Coach, in a game where belief kept bringing Zimbabwe back, what does it feel like to see it end this way?
Well, it doesn't. Do you hear me now? No? Don't forget the word.
Yes, please.
Let me move to the next one.
No, just, yes, it's okay, it's okay. Yes.
You can hear me.
Just a little bit, yes.
You hear me now? Yeah. Well, it feels a bit of disappointment, because in all the matches we had fantastic chances. With a bit of composure, we probably could score even today another probably 2 goals. Also, it's a bit of luck. We hit the post. Could it be in? Could it be different? But what can we do? We work hard. We promised them that we'll give a run for their money. We promised back home that we're going to fight for the country, which actually we did with flying color, in my opinion. The result was not in our favor, unfortunately, not only today, but also in other matches. Well, what can we say? It's a bit of disappointment, but it's something we have to move on.
Thank you. Yes, please.
Coach Lorenzo from Italy Times. Having played South Africa and Egypt to progress now to the last 16, do you think either of them can be genuine contenders for the AFCON title?
Well, it's a little bit difficult, because if you were to have a crystal ball, we probably said today, well, certain players do certain things. So we don't know. The teams are very strong, and I think this time around, with these FIFA new rules, which actually didn't give too many chances to teams to actually play the way they want and to organize themselves the way they want, is a little bit of guessing who actually will have players that they are used to play at this level more consistently, and probably the teams which actually are going to have players to be a bit fresher, are able to recover, to have a better recovery rates. Probably that will be the teams with a better chance to win this AFCON.
Thank you, Coach. Yes, please.
Greetings, Coach. Charles Sidhu from Far Post. Coach, when you look at you had a few weeks to prepare the team, not too much time. But when you look at the way that the team has performed in these 3 games, what's your assessment overall? And what next? What would you say to the association in terms of the future?
Well, that's a fantastic good question. Thank you very much. I think that the team is in a rise. I said before, unfortunately, the 15 matches without a win, and at the same time was now we haven't won, so we haven't got that winning streak. We won a match here with Qatar, which actually was fantastic, and that said that will change completely our attitude. We'll look to score goals, and we score goals in every match. We create lots of chances. So the players' philosophy, the players' state of mind has been changed. We are looking now to be a completely different team. I think, on the other hand, needs a lot of thinking, and there needs a lot of groundwork to be done from grassroots, from also Premier League, and we need players to be a little bit readier for this kind of level. If you're to look, now Bafana, they have players coming from the local leagues, which actually they're regularly playing very high Champions League, and in a very, very strong team. So can we get now this type of players in the local leagues? And at the same time, instead of being an exporting country of the talent, can we be an importing country? So this way, maybe us to compete for these trophies with the clubs, so this we can have better prepared players for the national team, and we could start rebuilding. We could start now with COSAFA, and March is just around the corner. We'll look to get as much as possible results in March. So it's a short turnaround, and I think ZIFA knows exactly what they're doing, and I think we are on a very, very good pathway.
Thank you, Coach.
Okay, Coach, my name is Larry from ZBC News. And Coach, let me just take you back to the game. How disappointing is it to bow out of the competition after almost most of the things you do right, but you have the most crucial game, you give the team 3 goals?
Well, I said, is absolutely disappointed, but it's the way we conceded the goals. It's not actually the way we played. I think we played well. I think we very strong, and we put them lots of problem. I didn't see, for example, in a way, Egypt, fantastic team. They didn't put them as many problems as we did. Yes, it's true, some point they play in 10, but we took the game out of them and we put them under pressure. We created chances, but unfortunately, the ball didn't roll in our favor. Particularly hit the post, could have gone, it's just, a centimeter could go either way, and could have been probably a different game. And the same thing, a little bit of bad luck striking the ball of the player is a bit debatable. It's a penalty, it's not a penalty, but that could be, different. But, the referees make the decision, and they saw probably bet on VAR. That's it. So it was a very, short balance between us getting a result and, us not getting a result.
Thank you, Coach.
Sons, ESPN Africa. Coach, do you think it's fair to say that what won the game for Bafana was largely the combination between Lyle Foster and also Apollos? And as an opposition coach, what makes those two so difficult to set up against?
They're not difficult. They're good players, but the thing is this, like we try to do with Egypt, it's not them, it's not about them, it's about other players that make them play. So we try to stop if you are to look basically the supply. If you stop the supply, they become other players, but sometimes we couldn't stop that supply. And if we can do that, I think is in a way, something that probably the coaches could consider.
Thank you, Coach.
Valentine from ZBC Classic 260 Radio. Coach, we look at the 3 games that we have played as Zimbabwe. What are some of your pickings of how we lost against Egypt, and of course how we also missed the chance to win against Angola, and today gifting South Africa 3 goals? What are some of the areas that you think we need to improve on in terms of game management? And of course, yes, we've created chances, which is a positive move, but what are some of the regrettable moments that you believe made us lose some of these games after playing maybe fantastically and deserving to win all the 3 games, really?
Well, probably those that actually have been more accustomed with my philosophy. We have 5 pillars. We have technical attributes, we have tactical attributes, we have physical attributes, we have mental attributes, and social attributes. And I think in a way, what actually the difference will keep the balance was particularly the mental attributes on us, which actually mental is very, very large. It's not only, like psychological. It's also players sometimes to be calm under pressure, sometimes, decision making, sometimes is, just to communicate a bit more, sometimes it's a little bit into, being calm and composed and be a little bit better organized in what they want to do. particular, for example, in, let's say, in their heads, if you want to put it. So this way to know exactly what to do, and this way you're gonna be making a decision quicker, and you'll apply the technique quicker, and the tactical, you're gonna position yourself better. So this way you probably miss out to make mistakes. Or error, because there are two types: making mistakes, like tactically, or making error, which actually sometimes is happened. You know, players, they do make errors. You know, they try to do good things, and sometimes they say miskick the ball or whatever. So from that point of view, I think on the mental corner, mental aspect, we need to work a lot. And as I said, you know, that has to be done from grassroots to the Premier League, you know, PSL, and the same thing, you know, with other players, probably via. Particularly now we know the players much better, and we need to work with them via Skype and whatever, you know, other internet things, you know, in order to have them coming to the tournament at least much better prepared for the high performance.
Thank you, Coach. Last question, please.
Thank you. I will ask my questions in English and in Romanian. So, Coach, as we discussed in the morning, we know that you had a tough mission and you tried your best. But do you think that your players sometimes were a little bit naive in considering these goals? And I mean, what are the key elements that you take away from these three games for the future of your team? In Romanian now. Acum cum am discutat în dimineața despre echipă, credeți că de fiecare ori ați pierdut meciul pe naivitatea voieștilor dumneavoastră și ca asta sau cu Egipt, și ce luați din asta pentru viitorul echipei?
Well, I wouldn't put, you know, as a naivety. I put like sometimes I said players that actually they are not used to play at high level, sometimes, or to not to play at high level, to play regular at high level, decision making sometimes is impeding, you know, it's like being too mind, and, you know, let's say it's not as sharp. So probably that's one of the reasons, in my opinion, that players, let's say, make mistakes quite often when they go to a high stage. In particular when they play match after match after match, the brain is not really oxygenated as quickly, and the recovery rate is a little bit, you know, slower. So I think that in a way, but on the other hand, you have to look, you know, people make mistakes. You want to cross the road, and sometimes, you know, you stumble. So the same thing with them. They want to make probably something and come out something else. You know, you have to take what actually is good of that, and the good was hard work, determination, and then to make the country proud. They try to, you know, play with their hearts for the country, and unfortunately, you know, we come a little bit short.
Thank you, Coach.
Okay. Da, mulțumesc pentru întrebare.